It's your boy, Just Dom, catching the day's latest news. What's going on around the roads? Find out here first at the TCP Newsbreak.
Good morning and welcome back to another edition of the TCP Newsbreak on TCP in the Morning. It's your girl, Lady L, and I am here with some very special guests this morning. I actually have a nice little a part of the squad from Fig Magazine, Fig Industries. I can't wait for them to kind of clear up what is what for us this morning. But guys, welcome to the morning show. Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Great.
Doing great.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having us.
All right. So as we get started, can you guys all just introduce yourselves to our audience?
Go for it.
I'll go first. My name is Carlo Gesner. I'm the photographer here at Fig.
I'm Emily. I'm the designer at Fig, one of the designers.
I'm Deb Brandt, owner and creative director.
I'm Jason James. I'm the art director here.
Awesome. So good morning, guys. Thanks for joining us today. So I know that Fig is this beautiful building and kind of like the historic district, like downtown southeast corridor. Can you guys share with us what is Fig Magazine or Fig Industries? What are the two, and what? Tell us more about Fig.
Sure, I'll take that one. So the company Fig Industries, it started under a different name back in 2000 when I moved back to Lancaster from New York City, where I was working in the 90s. I'm the oldest one at the table. And I started it as a design and marketing studio, working mostly for some clients that I had in New York City, and then started to get involved locally in 2005. And really saw a need in the community to try to promote downtown Lancaster and get people from outside the city into the city to really enjoy some of the small businesses and help support the small businesses and lift them up. And that's when Fig was born back in 2005. So believe it or not, we're coming up, this coming issue will be our 15-year anniversary.
Wow, that is awesome.
I can't even believe it, honestly, but the difference, I didn't answer your question. The difference between Fig Industries and Fig Industries, we do, we work with clients on their design and their marketing and their branding and their packaging. And then Fig Magazine is a product that we produced to fill a need in the market to really promote downtown Lancaster and to lift up small independent businesses. So Fig Industries is really the foundation of the company, and it's a design and marketing company. But most people know us for Fig Magazine. So it really, one holds up the other and one started the other. And we continue to do the design and marketing work. And that side of the business is quite vibrant and growing. And the Fig side is just a bit more public facing.
Okay, awesome. All right. So let's talk about what do you guys show and promote inside of the magazine, the downtown businesses? How do you guys help to really show those off and get people interested in coming downtown and visiting? It sounds like you guys have a real impact on tourism for the area. So if you guys can kind of share that with us.
So I'll start, and I'm going to pass it to Carlo, because Carlo is our amazing photographer, and he makes everyone look their best in the issue. But really, you know, we work with each independent business that is in Fig and really try to show them at their best and tell their story and do some storytelling around that. But Carlo, you want to take it from there?
Yeah, I mean, I think every time an advertiser comes to Fig, we have a feature called Fresh Face. And basically what that means is for someone appearing in Fig for the first time, we think it's really important to create a connection with the business owner, not necessarily just the product, just the service, but we want people to feel like whenever they walk into that business after seeing their page in the publication, that they have a sense of who the business owner is. Because that's a real essential part of our local community, our local economies, to be able to walk into a store, have a conversation with owners, see what they're about, what they represent and their product, as opposed to going online and clicking. And, you know, it may be convenient, But whenever you are connecting with a business owner downtown, you're actually building up your neighbor and your community.
Yeah, I think to that point, it's really about people want the product, but more so they want the relationships. They want to know that the things that the businesses in Lancaster are contributing to is the community. And so everyone's concerned about their community. Tons of things going on right now in terms of turmoil. And so where is that safe place? Where is that place of security? And I think what we try to do is to highlight those places of security in a community. It's not about the clothing that you may get at a local business, it's not about the food that you may get, but how are those businesses supporting the community and bringing people together? And that's what we try to highlight in each issue.
Awesome. I love that. I just know I go through it and I'm reading and I'm like, oh, I didn't know this. Oh, this is interesting. So definitely appreciate you guys creating that for us all, and that it's free of charge. So that's the best part. So now also downtown, I have seen some of these support small local like stickers and decals around different businesses. Can you guys share that with us?
So obviously, summer has been really difficult for all the small businesses, and it's so important right now to just be really intentional with where you spend every single dollar and to spend it with a small business. So that campaign, we started that back in the spring, and it launched in the summer issue, just encouraging people to go downtown, support a small business, take a picture, send it to us, and then they win gift cards. So, we're trying everything we can right now just to get people to support the small business, no matter what small business it is. It doesn't have to be a small business in FIG. We just want people to support small businesses.
Yeah, it's really about community over convenience. Like as Carlos said, you could always click. We're always on our phones. We're always scrolling. But instead of making the easy choice, let's make a choice that supports those people who are important to us.
Yeah, so I think that's a bit more intentional in our choices and our purchasing habits, really kind of directing those funds to our neighbors and community. Also at the same time, amidst COVID and everything that's going on right now, it's been really interesting watching how local businesses have pivoted towards online sales and retail and food delivery and things like that. So, whenever you open an app like Grubhub, you can, find restaurants like Cilantro or Sprout, or those are a couple of my favorites. There's many of them, but just being more intentional about how you spend your dollar and how you're putting that back into your community.
Awesome. So speaking about spending a dollar in your community, why is it that FIG magazine is free of charge? I know it's a very hardy magazine, definitely worth around $6 at least.
Well, thank you. That's a good idea. We should do that. Now, I will say there is an opportunity to subscribe now on our website. We send FIG out to a wide group of people outside the city from the very beginning, trying to get them into the city, and that's always been free. And last summer, we shifted our footprint in order to reach more people. So we gave people the opportunity to subscribe if they want to have the convenience of having it sent to their home. So we do have a subscription option, but it's a very small portion of what we send out. The majority, probably 95-97% of what we send out is free. It's important to us that we're reaching a tourism audience, but mostly a local audience that can think of downtown Lancaster as their home, and we want them to feel that personal connection. So it was a way for us to reach a lot of people, and to do that, we didn't want it to cost anything. So people can subscribe online if they're not in that list, but they can also come downtown and pick it up for free as well.
And a portion of the subscription funds go to our social mission partner. Yeah, so every single year we pick a social mission partner, typically a nonprofit in the community, and we give them a year's worth of pages in FIG at no cost.
And 10% of the subscription.
And 10% of the subscription goes to that social mission partner as well.
And that speaks to our mission as a company. We're a B Corp. We went through the assets program and became a certified B Corp. So it's important to us.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, congratulations. I know being a certified B Corp is not something easy to attain. Uh, so definitely congratulations with that. So with the future going digital, how do you guys expect to stay relevant in a digital world with your publications really mostly being physical copies that are out there on the out there in society, out there in our community?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a digital component to what we do through our website and blogging, our social media. Like, how many followers do we have on Instagram right now?
18,000.
So we have 18,000 followers on Instagram.
Like 24 on Facebook. Yeah.
24,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
24 people follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
No, we have, so we have, you know, through the publications, kind of, you know, as things have developed and grown in the digital world, you know, we've done our best to make ourselves relevant in that world. Also at the same time, I think the unique format that Fig, the magazine, is presented in, it's funny because I often call them books. And it's not something that, you know, I don't really put it in the same category as a magazine. And I know that also at the same time, because it's such a robust publication, I know a lot of people collect them, they keep them on their coffee table, they send them out to family members and saying, hey, you know, check out my city, or use them for visitors guides, that type of thing. So I think in that sense, the print publication stands on its own. But as far as the digital reach, you know, just trying to stay as current as possible. You could probably speak more to that.
Our digital reach is quite large. But what I would say is I think there is kind of a throwback to print. I believe as a nation, people are going back to print because it's tangible. You can put it on your coffee table and it's going to most likely be there when you return. And with digital, everything is coming at you all the time. And it's so that space is so crowded right now that to have something that you can quietly sit and read is really valuable. So I actually have received a lot of great feedback that people love the fact that Fig comes into their home and interrupts their day in a tangible, physical way. And I would say that right now with COVID, the best place you can possibly get to reach a consumer would be to go right to their mailbox and right into their home, because that's where a lot of people are right now.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I actually, every time I would get a copy of Fig, I'd bring it home and put it on the coffee table. You know, browse through it. When my older one needs reading material, I'm like, hey, check this out. So definitely. So can you guys give us like a sneak peek into the future of Fig Magazine, Fig Industries, anything that you guys might have coming ahead in the year 2021? I know we're hoping for lots of change.
Yeah, I do want to speak a little bit about this section that we crafted for this issue, and then we have plans to continue that into the future. As we mentioned, it's been an extremely challenging year, and we're really grateful to multiple sponsors that have stepped up to help us you know, move forward in the way that we want to move forward, but also support the small businesses, the restaurant and the retail as well. So, you know, our goal right now is to just help people that are here in the downtown, and you know, I don't want our downtown to backslide because I've seen so much growth over the past 15 years. And I want us to keep moving forward and keep moving in a really good and healthy direction.
Yeah, I think to speak to that, you know, Fig has really grown throughout the years to really represent downtown Lancaster. And though we kind of lean into businesses and small businesses, big and small, you know, it's at a certain point you have to, not at a certain point, but we had to be representative of the community as a whole. The entire community, not necessarily just. I mean, we are a business. You know, we're here to make money. To a certain extent, we have to be self-sustaining in order to create this quality of a product. But also at the same time, like, you know, the community in general as a whole needs to be represented, and we find ourselves in a very unique position to be able to accomplish that. You know, through our pages.
Yeah. As an African American man, I hail from Philadelphia. I think has been very important. Philly, yeah. But I think it's important to give voice. In this current section, there's a place that I named Lift Every Voice after the Black National Anthem. I think it's so important to look into the past and to see who are the people that are already doing, have already done, and have already walked these hard shoes in this kind of landscape where turmoil and racial injustice and different things are at the forefront of everyone's minds. Who's already done this well? And I think to give everyone a voice, every a Black and brown person who may feel like they're left out, really being able to hear and see who are these people, who are people that have wonderful and great things to say. How do we talk and reach those people? And then expanding further, who else needs to be heard? And just being able to be an avenue, a conduit of a conversation, kind of like what you all are doing here. Let's give people a platform. And I think that's what FIG has stood for and what we're growing and changing. And that's a good thing about having a relationship with the city. You change, you grow, you make mistakes. But as long as you're moving forward and you're looking to support those around you, support your community, support the people that are giving back, that's what's going to kind of keep us moving forward and advancing toward the future.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I think there's a big difference between kind of external media versus internal media. You know, we are a very lucky position to be internal media with our neighbors and community and, you know, people we see walking down the street, as opposed to external media, which sometimes is just trying to portray the extremes as the norm. Where here we can, you know, really highlight people in our community that want to speak to the subjects that we're hearing from the external media.
Yeah, and I thought that this issue was fantastic. Guys, if you have not, definitely pick up the latest issue of FIG magazine. You can really get it anywhere where you're downtown. You can pick it up at Tella's. You can get it from the coffee shop. You can really find them almost anywhere. Or if you're down near Prince and Vine, at the corner of Prince and Vine, you guys can
Duke and Vine.
Sorry.
Duke and Vine, yeah.
I was like, Vine. Yes.
You guys can pick one up. It's definitely a powerful issue. And I know I loved it. What kind of feedback are you guys getting from your normal audience in viewership for the magazine?
It's been terrific. You know, it just came in the mail beginning of last week because it took some time to go through the mail, but it's been extremely positive. Extremely positive. Yes, it's been great, and I'm really thankful that we were able to do this section, and already talking to people about how we can continue, you know, to be able to just represent voices in the book.
Something that I kind of heard is it's so nice to not have this perspective that the Black voice is one voice, that each individual is so unique. And I think that section was able to craft and give voice to people with differing perspectives, differing experiences, and really being able to share who they are and share pieces of their heart. And once you get in a relationship with someone and you see their heart, you can understand them better, and you can be less afraid of the other, less afraid of things that you don't understand. And our reach, the people that we reach with the magazine, may or may not have a lot of Black or brown people to ask questions of, to have a relationship with. And I think this is the beginning of something. This is the beginning of a conversation and a relationship that may not have otherwise been feasible for people around the community.
And that's exactly why I appreciate the issue so much, and appreciate you guys for really deciding to help push the conversation a little bit further. Again, guys, you can pick up an issue of FIG magazine almost anywhere downtown, or you can stop by the TCP studios and pick one up.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Can I just mention too, you can go to figlancaster.com, and the whole magazine is right there. So you can look at it digitally anytime.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, you got it. Stay tuned for more TCP in the morning.
It's your boy, Just Dom, catching the day's latest news. What's going on around the roads? Find out here first at the TCP Newsbreak.